Hi, today I thought I would bring you guys along on this new drawing that I'm going to do. I will be giving tips on the methods that I use because I get a lot of questions as to how I achieve the outcome of that smooth look, so I'll be giving heaps of tips on that. And the drawing actually turns out pretty cool because I have done it. This is the future. I recommend you watch this video. You want to see something creepy, and we do a bit of experimenting too, so we do like to experiment on this channel apparently. So if any of that interests you, please keep watching. Today we're going to be doing a charcoal drawing with a little splash of colour. Okay, so if any of that sounds interesting, feel free to join. The first thing that I do before beginning a new artwork is prepare my tools. For this particular artwork, I'm using charcoal pencils, brushes, paint brushes including makeup brushes as you can see in the mixture here, and I'm also using a grinded pigment of charcoal. Now the process that I do is sometimes I go into the paper straight with these charcoal pencils, but I also dip in the paintbrush into that charcoal pigment that you can see and layer it on top of the drawing. Now I know that pigment looks really intense, however when I dip the paintbrush in it, the first coat that it puts on the paper is quite light, so you can build a lot of layers and get that depth or whatever grey shade that you want. You can achieve that. So I actually recommend trying this method out. So I really like blending things, and that's the process that I do throughout the whole drawing. Every single little piece that I draw down is going to become a blended section. So in that process, I'm going to kind of tell you how I do it. Most of the time I go in with the pencil stick first. So I put the darkest shade down, which is the complete black shade, and then I'll blend that out with the paintbrush. To blend that out, I do dip in the pigment and then go straight into that other pigment that's already on the paper from the pencil, and it creates this smooth blend look, and that's exactly what I want to achieve. Now in saying this, you need to spend a lot of time blending. Like I spent so much time just sitting there with the paintbrush doing little swirls and creating that blended look. You've got to be very patient with this process as it can take a lot of time. So you guys just watched me do the ear and the forehead. Now the forehead did have some different textures that I hadn't done before. So with this particular section, I did end up just stabbing the paper with the paintbrush to achieve that rough look because it wasn't just that blended thing that we were talking about earlier. Now I'm just blacking out the back of this guy's head. I wanted it to be completely black and saturated, so I just used my charcoal stick and went over the whole back part of his head. Now, this is quite a tiring process, I've got to say, because you really have to dig into the paper with that charcoal stick. So I got quite a sore shoulder, but I've got to say that the break from the blending was quite enjoyable. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. I love doing sections like eyes and noses, and I really enjoyed doing the ear on this too actually. So again, I start with that darker point where I shaded all the darkest points that the eye is going to have, and then I blend out working towards the lighter parts. With this eye, I left the middle of it blank. I have something in mind later on that it's going to be a bit of an experiment, first time ever done with the charcoal, and I'm excited to show you guys and film the process of it. But yeah, I'm just going through that same method over and over again, as you can see. Hopefully you can understand better how I do that now, but you can see it. Again, I just start with that black and work towards the light. Now, I know I'm still working on this drawing in the video, but I wanted to talk about what the subject of this particular drawing is and what feelings and emotions, experiences influenced, the outcome of it. I find the hardest part of beginning a new drawing is coming up with the idea of the subject that I'm going to be doing. And it's hard because I think it's really important that every art piece that you make should have a significant meaning, whether that be something small or big. Significance, is up to interpretation, but for me, I want to feel something. When I see one of my pieces, I want it to make me feel something and remind me of something that's either happened or is going to happen. So with this piece, I made it after a really heavy lockdown that we had here in Australia, and I wasn't in the best mental space, so I needed to get that feeling out of me, and that is what I did with this drawing. I turned a feeling into a physical, visual representation of everything that was going through my mind, all the feelings, all the emotions, just everything, I took it out on this piece. I wanted to create a creature that was in absolute agony and pain, and I've got to say that there were also a lot of good things that happened during this lockdown. So I also wanted this creature to be hopeful, and that's why I've got him looking up to the sky, because even though, you know, we go through all these dark times, there's always hope. Okay, so enough existentialism. Let's get back into the technical side of the drawing, where I'm going to be experimenting with some colour. Now, in those blank spots that I had in the eyes, I put a red Sharpie. I have not put a Sharpie in a charcoal drawing before, so I was quite scared in doing this. I didn't know if it looked tacky or silly. I was just getting completely out of my comfort zone, and I've got to say that I was really happy with the result. I think it made the whole piece pop, and I'm really glad that I did it. Now I'll shush for a minute so you can just have a slow cinematography of what I did in this piece. Here's the final piece. I am really happy with how it turned out. He's quite a big boy, as you can see. Here I am next to him. His head is definitely bigger than mine, and I've just got him in my bedroom, and I've been sleeping in here, and it's been quite horrifying. Like, I've got him right next to my bed, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, someone's watching, and yeah, that's who's watching. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like the tips, or if you want more tips, please let me know. And I hope that you also enjoyed the concept. I don't know, please tell me, I'm begging you, if this makes you feel anything, I want to know what it makes you feel. I'm so curious as to the different interpretations that people have of, you know, the same art piece. Like, I know what this artwork means to me, and I want to know what it means to you too. So please let me know that in the comment section. And also any art ideas, guys, like any challenges, any thoughts, ideas, anything for video content, please let me know, because I'm still so new to this and I need your guys' help. Also, I want to know if you like what I did with the red there, if it's something that maybe looks tacky or if it looks really good. I want to know what you're thinking about that. And please don't forget to follow me on all my social media, which I'm very active on TikTok. So if you want to see some of my TikTok videos, feel free. I'm a very silly person, so get ready for some chaotic, silly content. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good day or a good night, no matter where you are in the world. Peace out.